Hello, guys. First, I want to congratulate you for taking this big step to want to come into the importation business. I want to assure you that it is a business that you're not going to regret doing. It's a business that fetches money. A lot of persons are billionaires today, courtesy of importation. So it's really a very huge market that you can explore and make a lot of money for yourself. Come to think of it, importation has to do with e-commerce, buying and selling. And your buying and selling products that people need every day of their life. Of course. So if you're in such business that people need what you sell or what you do on a daily basis, definitely you are never going to run out of business and you're never going to run out of money. So you've taken a perfect decision for yourself. And the great thing about this thing is that it is a business that's 100% online. It doesn't disturb you from doing any other thing that you want to do, whether you're a student, whether you're a worker, whether you're a business person, whatever you do already, it doesn't stop you because it's 100% online. Ranging from starting from buying your goods, placing your orders, shipping them, receiving them, and even selling them through e-commerce. These are all done 100%. So it's really a business that you are going to enjoy. All right. So the first question is, what is importation? What really is importation? Now, importation is the act of buying goods from a different country where they are produced and moving those goods into your own country where you reside, where obviously those goods are not produced. All right. So importation means looking for an item where it is locally manufactured and then moving it into somewhere else where it is not being manufactured for the purpose of reselling. And when you're importing items, you're getting it at a very low price because they are being manufactured at that point or in that country. So because they are not being manufactured in your own country, you can actually sell it at a higher cost to make a lot of profit. So this is basically what importation means. You can also liken it to your local buying of items. Like if you live in township, if you live in the city where they consume things like rice, yam, gari, all those things, or vegetables, those things are not produced in the city, right? But they are highly consumed in the city because you have a higher population of people in the city. So where these things are produced is in the village, your village. So you see some local traders, some very smart traders, they travel down to that village. Some travel far north from the east to the north, some travel from west to south, from all over. They will go and locate that village where those things are produced, maybe yam or where gari is produced. Now they are going to buy it so cheap from those local manufacturers. They are going to buy it very, very cheap. Then they bring it into the city and then double or triple the price and begin to sell. So this is exactly how importation works. You go to a country. Before, it used to be you have to travel to China, to the country where you want to buy from, get the things you want, and then bring it back into your country. But in the modern days where we have tech, we have e-commerce, right from the comfort of your home on top of your bed, without even entering the toilet or kitchen, just lying on your bed, you can actually use your phone to access the biggest market in the world, which is the Chinese market. You can access the market. You can buy whatever you want to buy. It will be shipped down to Nigeria and then delivered to your doorstep without you stepping out of your house. This is amazing, guys. So this is the power of importation and e-commerce, which you're going to be learning all about in this training. So I really highly welcome you and congratulate you for taking this step. It's going to launch you into a financial kind of freedom that you never imagined. It has happened to me. I am not telling you what someone told me. This is what has happened to me. As a matter of fact, it's not possible. I don't think there's any kind of job you want to give me right now, from what I've seen in importation, that I would take. There is no amount you want to pay me in any job because whatever job can pay you in a year per annum, this business, if you take it serious, importation business can pay you the same amount in a month, in 2 months, in 3 months. So it's something that a lot of persons are really cashing out big on. So that's it about importation, just bringing those items, though there are couple of challenges that you will hit, such as language barrier, because you're importing directly from China, where these things. China is the largest producer of anything, largest manufacturer in the whole world. That every country buys from China, including USA, including Europe, including UK. They all buy from China. Just that they have different standards, because in Nigeria here, when you hear made in China, everybody have this mindset of, oh, it's China, is inferior. It is because Nigerians like cheap and fake stuff. So China produces for every country according to their own standard and regulations. Like the US, there are some kind of things that comes into Nigeria that China cannot send to US because it will not even cross the border. So China is the main country that we are going to be uh, learning how to import from. Some of the few challenges you'll be facing is like language barrier, because those are local manufacturers. They don't understand English, most of them, except for few that will hire interpreters to work for them as sales representatives, or few of them that are educated, but majority of them don't understand English. So you have to speak in Chinese to them, just like you living in the East, for example, or you're living in Lagos or anywhere. Then you want to go and source for local food from the north. Majority of the northerners don't speak English. They will just simply tell you "Ba Turenchi." They don't understand English. You must speak their Hausa language for them. So if you don't understand Hausa language, doing business with them will be difficult. It's either you learn the language or you look for an interpreter that understands English and Hausa that will be interpreting, right? So it's the same thing with them over there in China. The local manufacturers don't understand English, and it's a barrier. The second barrier is in currency exchange. They don't accept any other form of payment, such as dollar or even naira or cedis, Ghana cedis. You must pay them in their own currency, which is RMB, renminbi. So it's also a challenge. Now, you don't need to worry about all this, because there's an agent that will help you sort all those problems, who will handle all those things, all right? That is your procurement and your shipping agent. Okay, they are going to handle that part of the challenge. That's their job. That's not your job. Okay, so that's about importation. Then the next phase of this training is going to be the procurement. The procurement is where we have the procurement agent, someone who helps you, because your own part of the training is just to learn how to source for goods, learn how to search for what you want, exactly what you want, then send to your agent, your procurement agent, to do the rest of the job. So procurement is a part of the training where the agent takes your order, that thing that you want to buy, then communicates with the supplier in their own language, reach an agreement with them, then make payment. Also, make payment in their own currency. So it is the procurement agent that is going to convert that money that you've paid, the Ghana cedis you've paid, the naira you've paid, or the dollar you've paid. Then I'm going to convert it to renminbi and then pay your suppliers. It is their job. Now, they also handle the language part, which was an issue. They handle the language part as well. They know how to communicate with your suppliers in their own language, all right? So, and then the final part is going to be the shipping. Of course, you already know, if you buy, no matter what you buy, no matter how cheap you buy these things, and you're not able to bring them or get them in your house or in your country, it becomes a problem. It means every effort put into the process has been a waste. So the most important part of this thing, after sourcing for what you want, when your agent finishes buying them, how do we now bring them back? That's another thing. So this is where the shipping companies come in. Now it's not going to be your own headache anymore. The agent takes care of that as well. The agent works with the shipping companies. There are so many shipping companies that you have. So your agent knows the best one to use depending on the kind of goods you bought. So he knows the right shipping company to use for you depending on the quantity of the goods, the kind of shipping method you want, the kind of how fast or how slow you want the goods to land, and all that, how much you're willing to spend on shipping. So he knows how to sort all that and know the kind of, because your agent has been working with different shipping companies for years. He has had experience of a lot of them, how they work, how fast or slow they work, and how organized, how each of the shipping companies deliver. So he's going to know the right one to use, or even suggest to you the right one to use to ship your goods down to Nigeria. And of course, if you we have two type of goods, the special goods and the normal goods. So you know how when your goods is shipped, you know how long it's going to take for it to land in Nigeria or Ghana. You understand? Usually normal goods take 7 days, and then special goods takes 14 days to 21 days to land. Then we have shipping method. You have to think of which one do I want to use. If your goods is small, maybe 5 kg, you may want to ship it through air. If your goods is so large, maybe up to 50 kg, 100 kg, 200 kg, and then if you need them so fast, it means you want to use air, and it's going to be very expensive with air. But if you have enough time, maybe you have like 2 months, 3 months, that you won't be needing those goods urgently, then you can just ship them through sea. So all these things are what we're going to be learning, how to know the weight, how to calculate all these things, because the amount you're paying for shipping is directly proportional to the weight of your goods. Okay, so you need to know all these things. Yeah, so that's it about importation, procurement, and shipping. That's it about it. So to round it off, importation is buying goods from the country where they are produced at a very cheap rate. Sometimes the prices of goods in China can be very ridiculous. You won't believe that this is the real price. But in real sense, those are the prices because they are so affordable. The reason why they are that affordable is because those things are produced there. So the local producers only charges you the production money and then a little profit from their own end. All right, so you also have to know all the apps that you're going to be using, the right tools for this importation and all that. We're going to be covering all that. So the next part is the procurement. I also told you about your procurement agent. You have to be working with agents unless you want to become an agent yourself. So this is all about procurement. And the last part is shipping. Shipping is just the process of choosing the right shipping company to help you carry your goods from China and then bring it back to Nigeria for you within some stipulated number of days. All right. So I congratulate you once again and I welcome you. Let's take the ride.